Imagine this, a seemingly ordinary day, the sun rising, birds chirping. But then, a sudden disruption. A single missile ignites, a fiery streak against the serene backdrop, slicing through the morning sky. Within seconds, the world transforms. Sirens wail, alerts blare from every device, and the world collectively holds its breath, gripped by a primal fear. A nuclear missile has been launched. The unthinkable has become reality. First, the blast. An instantaneous release of unimaginable energy. At ground zero, temperatures soar hotter than the sun's surface, an inferno beyond comprehension. Everything within the immediate radius, buildings reduced to ash in a fraction of a second, cars melted into slag, entire city blocks vaporizes in a blinding flash, leaving behind only a void where life once thrived. The shockwave barrels outward with unstoppable force, shattering glass miles away, turning skyscrapers into piles of rubble and flattening homes in the blink of an eye. Seconds later, a colossal fireball engulfs the landscape, consuming everything in its path, and a lethal cloud of radiation begins to spread, carried by the wind to contaminate distant lands. Anyone within several kilometers is exposed to deadly doses of gamma rays, their cells irrevocably damaged. The aftermath? A slow, agonizing decline. Burns that sear the skin and penetrate deep into the tissue, radiation sickness, a relentless assault on the body's vital systems, and long-term cancer risks for survivors, a shadow that will forever haunt their lives. But that's not the whole story, not even close. High above the city, beyond the reach of the flames, an invisible force is unleashed, the electromagnetic pulse, or EMP, a silent killer of the modern age. In one instant, power grids fry, plunging entire regions into darkness. Communication lines go dark, severing connections to the outside world, and even cars and planes might stall, rendered useless by the surge. Imagine a city, no lights, a chilling return to a pre-industrial age, no phones, cutting off lifelines to loved ones and emergency services, no escape, a digital desert where survival becomes a desperate struggle. Casualties? Staggering. A single warhead detonated over a major city could kill hundreds of thousands instantly, and leave countless more to suffer in the aftermath. Hospitals overwhelmed, stretched beyond their breaking point, emergency services crippled, unable to respond to the sheer scale of the disaster. And for those who survive, a world plunged into chaos. Food shortages leading to desperation and conflict, contaminated water, a silent poison that threatens to decimate the remaining population, crumbling infrastructure, isolating communities and hindering any chance of recovery. But the blast zone isn't the only battlefield. The devastation extends far beyond the immediate impact. News of the launch rockets around the globe, spreading fear and uncertainty. World leaders scramble, desperately seeking solutions. Militaries brace for retaliation, poised on the brink of further escalation. Will there be another missile? A full-scale nuclear exchange unleashing a global catastrophe? International alliances are tested, strained to the breaking point. Tensions spike, threatening to erupt into open conflict. The fate of humanity hangs precariously in the balance, teetering on the edge of oblivion. So what would really happen if a nuclear missile was launched? It's not just devastation at ground zero, a localized tragedy. It's a cascade of destruction, physical, political, and psychological, that ripples across the entire planet, forever altering the course of history. Let me ask you, are we truly prepared for such an eventuality? Or is this the beginning of the end, a self-inflicted wound that could spell the demise of our